After the fiery revolutionary events, the Bolsheviks got to the richest collection of jewelry of the Romanov house. I read the events of those years, and it becomes uncomfortable. It was a difficult time for the country. It is not by chance that it was after the events in the Apatid house that a passing rumor about the curse of the Tsar's diamonds turned into a confident statement. Moreover, the mystical version was expressed not only by the aristocracy but also by those who took part in the confiscations and evaluation of the luxurious Romanov jewelry. Let us return briefly to the events of the terrible night of July 16 to 17, 1918 in Ekaterinburg, when the executioners were horrified at the sight of bullets bouncing off all the Tsarevnas. The first moments it seemed that a real miracle had happened. It turned out that the Grand Duchesses had thoughtfully sewed family jewels into the lining of their corsets, hoping that during further exile they would have a chance to sell the valuables and get some money to survive. But unfortunately, their plans were not to be realized. It is said that from that moment the Romanovs' jewelry brought only misfortune, and the curse of the seized treasures laid on the entire Russian land. When the Tsar's bodies were quickly stripped by order of the leaders of the Bolshevik gang, the hidden crystals were also found. Thus, in the underwear of one of the Tsarevnas found about 2 kilograms of precious stones. Yakov Yurovsky collected the finds and took them away with him, and the participants of the action swore never to divulge what they had seen. After the expropriation of the richest royal treasures, they were at first simply piled in a heap. Witnesses marveled at the mountain of jewels, as if from a fairy tale about the palaces of sultans. A little later, 2 reporters from the United States got a glimpse of the confiscated valuables. Their mouths dropped open in amazement at the sight of pure diamonds the size of walnuts, purple rubies, and magical emeralds as big as pigeon eggs. Strings of pearls as big as hazelnuts, noble platinum and sparkling gold. All this splendor sparkled with iridescent colors that dazzled the eyes. And this was only a small part of the beautiful collection of the House of Romanov. Some jewelry is shown on the photo. However, during his stay in Tobolsk, the emperor and his relatives managed to hide some of the jewelry, of which the Bolsheviks, as you can understand, for a long time were not aware. The so-called Tsar's treasure tried to find, no less than 20 years, starting in 1922. It was in that year began to scour monasteries, churches and chapels, plundering property. So they came upon a trail of mysterious Tobolsk treasures hidden in the St. John's convent. Empress Alexandra Fyodorovna personally gave the jewels for safekeeping to the abbess of the monastery. From nun Drushanina employees, OGPU could not achieve anything. She passed away during the arrest. But nun Martha Lushentseva, who for 8 years then carefully concealed the royal catch, eventually told everything at the interrogation. It turned out that the local fisherman surnamed Kornilov at the request of the nun and stashed valuables in wooden barrels, which he buried right under his own dwelling. Summarizing, I will tell you about the final result of the whole history and many years of searching. In the clutches of the Bolsheviks still fell a considerable part of the imperial collection, 154 items. The list included 8 kilograms of fine jewelry with precious stones, watches, and tiaras. For example, found a magnificent diamond weighing 100 carats, and Nicholas brooch crescent moon, a gift to the 300th anniversary of the Romanov dynasty from the Turkish ruler. On this epic plundering of the imperial good, of course, it did not stop. For many years more, individual things and whole boxes full of luxury from the royal palaces, brought to the corridors of Gokrin from all corners and weights of immense Russia.